Hello guys, and welcome to episode 8 of my Total War Rome 2 playthrough, playing as the Sassanids on very hard difficulty. This is Empire Divided, and today we're going to be moving the Forgotten Warriors on an attack at Dura Europus. We will be backed up by Rostam's companions. They do have pretty depleted cavalry, but do come with some mercenary Syrian armoured elephants, which is absolutely awesome. So let's just get Rostam's companions into range to help us out. And then we will attack Dura Europus with that army at our back. The Legion of Yalabol will be called in to defend. Actually, maybe not. Wow, okay. Interesting. I thought that they would be called in to defend, but apparently not. Let's just take this off them with an aggressive stance. Probably could have played it out to take no losses whatsoever. We took 7 losses in the process. We're going to erase this, and that's going to force the Legion of Yalabol back. I'm not sure if we attack with Rostam's companions whether we get the reinforcements. I think we do. So let's maybe go for that if we can. And this is looking very promising indeed. We might not even have to play this out, which is a shame. Especially if the auto-resolve is that far in our favour. That's crazy. 95% remaining force, don't mind if I do. That's going to kill off that army entirely. I couldn't not do that. I'm sorry guys. That's a shame. I really thought that would end up in a big battle, but apparently not. So we are going to enslave those captives. That is quite a lot of captives, and that will hopefully give us a little bit extra income. Across the board though, we should be getting happier. I'm going to go for the Royal Sanctuary here to change the culture sooner than later. And since Adimatu is 50%, and that will continue to change even without Cartier here, I'm going to get Cartier to move through to Thapsacus and help out there, because otherwise that will end up rebelling pretty soon. We've sorted out the public order at Judea, which is fantastic. That's only going to get better. At Petra we're okay as well, due to the Royal Sanctuary changing the culture there, as well as Sogdian, so that's perfect. Hormizd, not really much she can do now. We've pretty much annihilated Palmyra. That was their last big army that we destroyed near Dura Europus, and these are their last 2 settlements, Tarsus and Antioch. And after they are gone, then we are going to war with Lydia, where we can probably take Nicomedia and get that really nice capital there. Okay. We only have 550, so it's just a matter of whether or not we want to upgrade anyone or build anything, so that's good. We will just upgrade the traditions of Rostam's companions. Going to go for Unrelenting Force. I pretty much always go for that, for the extra campaign map movement range. And we are recruiting this turn anyway, so we spent our cash very well. Nothing really matters, I don't think, in terms of events. Gahia has declared war on Palmyra, and so did Nabatea. Interesting. Now I thought Nabatea didn't like us because of our actions against Palmyra, but it seems as though they've changed their mind, which is interesting. That means that Gahia likes us a lot as well.
In my Lord's name, be welcome, and may the blessings of the gods bring you the...
Right, I really want to get rid of these guys, Main and Gahia. We probably want to take out Maskat, Saba, and the other nation down here, Himya. We'll do them all one by one. I think it's pretty important that we take over Saudi Arabia, just so that we don't have any potential enemies in our backline, since Nabatea has been sitting armies on our border for a very long time, and Very Hard does love to throw stones in the works. So there we go. Let's move on to the next turn. So I pretty much got to a point where we can choose what we want to do next. I'm definitely going to take my armies south, I think. Although it seems as though Palmyra is going for the attack onto Salamis, which is interesting, to say the least. If we go for an auto-resolve, will we win? Win chance is very high. I guess we may as well take that. Okay, that's fine by me. We will just release the captives, I guess. Or actually, may as well kill the captives, because everybody hates Palmyra now. Antioch was also destroyed and taken over by Armenia. We're making a lot of progress. Reclaim the Desert has been complete. And an increase in rank for Sogdians. We're at Infestation at Tyros. I think we should be okay. But with us recruiting more troops, you can see that our income is starting to falter just a tad. Metis Commandos is looking like a pretty badass army. Has 3 slots left, so what do we want to put that into? We currently have Forced Persian Skirmishers, we have the Eastern Horse Archers. Maybe we want some more Dalamite Cavalry. We could maybe go like 1 more Dalamite Cavalry and 1 more Grivpamvar. And then go 1 more Dalamite Infantry. That would be a very strong army indeed. So Sogdian's leveling up does give him access to the extra cultural conversion, which is very nice. And he shall continue to do so at Petra, which is good. We do need to choose a new technology. The +4 public order in all provinces is definitely something I like the sound of. Let's head towards that. Stacking public order is probably one of the best things ever, because it means that my armies aren't tied down after we conquest, which is the hardest part of a very hard campaign. So they've got warriors here. I guess we should probably get some better cavalry for this army. And we are going to be heading south. So let's maybe head round towards Ctesiphon. It might be worth marching into friendly territory down here near the capital so that we get the extra replenishment. But what I'm going to do is we're going to merge all of these eastern scouts, and we'll get rid of this one. We'll keep a couple of them just to act as light cavalry, and then we will fill up the last 2 slots with either Dalamite cavalry or the Grivpamvar cataphracts here. Right, Rostam's companions. Not sure what we want to do with the Rostam's companions. I probably want to head down towards Adimatu, or even down towards Astarabad Ardashir, so that we can hit Gerha. Gerha has 2 massive armies here. That's pretty crazy. We're definitely going to want to take them out though. So yeah, I think we're going to have to head that direction. And maybe pick up some more infantry on the way from Ctesiphon. So yeah, let's march down this way. We'll end the next turn near Ctesiphon, so we can build some more troops then. The Fury of Verathraghna can continue on their way towards Ctesiphon as well, or even down towards Astarabad Ardashir, because we're going to need as many armies as we can to get to Gyurha and take it out. It is a capital settlement, that's why they can support so many armies.
Has many faces.
Hydanes is going to have to come down with us in order to poison the forces, and I might get Palmis to start heading down as well. It's very important that I keep these guys with my armies so that we can continue with the mass poisoning. And while we're at it, it might be even a good idea to recruit another agent, because we can definitely support it. And while we're near Ctesiphon, getting extra veterans to accompany those armies would be a great idea. So this agent effect is minus upkeep for all land units. Don't mind if I do. What about the other one? Yeah, those two aren't as good. I might wait with the recruit champion. But we'll definitely recruit another spy. Preferably one that boosts the poisoning with its traits, but doesn't look like any of these will. Depending on where I recruit them, do they get different traits? I don't think they do.
I am your champion, my lord. At your command.
The Rostam's Companions here does have the veteran already.
My lord.
I guess I'll put one into
Emperor of Soul.
Schmitty's Commandos, and I'll put one into the Forgotten Warriors as well. Okay. None of our agents have to move, I don't think, other than maybe Cartier needs to get next to Thapsacus. He's going to help out the public order there quite a lot.
At your service.
Artemis can move away from Hatra and maybe sort out the culture at Palmyra for us.
A sword needs a whetstone.
At your
Right,
service.
Sogdian's still converting the culture at Petra. Not sure it's changing much. It is a little bit, I think, but considering the desert nomadic culture is the culture of the Nabatea, they will be sort of contesting that in the province. With the 3,000 that's left, I should probably reinvest it for sure. Do we go for Satrap Large City or a Royal Large City? I'm not entirely sure what the difference is. It looks like the Royal Large City increases Eastern cultural influence and gives extra wealth from all sources. Satrap does the same, but gives extra public order per turn and extra growth. It also has a different garrison. I'm pretty sure the Royal Large City though is better if we can deal with public order and growth in other ways. Let's go for the Royal Large City. Hekatu on Pielos. I'm just going to avoid this settlement in the future so I don't have to pronounce the name of it. Let's move on to the next turn. I'm not sure where Palmyra will be going, but Armenia will probably be cleaning them up at
I
Tarsus.
respectfully ask that you consider opening your markets to our traders, for that way, profit flows to all.
Let's ask for more cash for that privilege. 1,300 will do nicely.
I speak as the representative of the august Roman Senate. You would do well to listen.
They are offering me military access. Not sure if I really want military access. A defensive alliance might be a good idea. because that would mean that I have my sort of western border on the bottom of the Mediterranean secure. And they really like us at the moment due to our actions against Palmyra. The defensive is low. Anything else we could do in the meantime? I guess military access is one step. But I don't really want to give them military access. I'm currently a client state of Rome, and I think that's why they can't accept a defensive alliance. Europus does have slums and food shortage and rat infestation. Probably best to deal with that. We'll get the higher experienced rat catchers. I didn't sort out Europus, so we have slums here, which is unfortunate. Let's dismantle this. Completely forgot to build that back up. I believe I had that clicked on at the start of the turn, but there we go. We'll sort it out now. At Palmyra, what do we want? Extra research rate? I kind of feel like stacking that still is a very good idea. We don't need the wrestling arena because I think the most of the public order is due to squalor. And we still have the extra provincial instability that is currently going down. Let's maybe upgrade the well here. We can get the maybe the canal or the wind catcher. The wind catcher gives us 100 wealth from agriculture. The canal increases wealth from agriculture by 5%. So that'd be good in a province where we have agriculture already, but the wind catcher is probably the best shout. Okay. That's good. Thapsicus, that's currently 1 public order per turn, which is better than minus, so we get in there with that. Very tempted to upgrade Aelia Capitolina, but before we spend any more cash on buildings, I need to look into sorting out my troops. We also need to look into upgrading food output because currently it's not looking good. Yeah, we're currently -3, which is causing -3 unit replenishment. Let's go for the farm at Persis, and we'll go for the farm at Bam as well. I think that's pretty important.
At your command.
And then we can still recruit more troops, but we'll just be taking attrition this turn. Right, Schmitty's Commandos is good to go. We just want to get our veteran into that army, so let's go ahead and do that. Get the military training on the go. That will reduce the upkeep of this army as well, which is fantastic. Let's put them into march stance and we'll head down to Astarabad. Okay, we need to get ourselves another champion if we can at some point.
At your command.
But what I'm going to do is put the Forgotten Warriors into normal stance this turn. And we'll move in here. We will recruit units if we can. And we'll get some Griv Panvar cataphracts, I think.
It is a great and glorious thing to fight for our ready for orders.
I think it's interesting how Rostam's companions are still getting the replenishment. Only 1 replenished per turn, but still replenishment nonetheless. We don't have enough cash really to recruit any more troops this turn, so I'm just going to have to leave it as is, and we'll continue to head down towards Gyaha. They're not going to know what's coming. We're also going to have the Fury of Verathragna come all the way down here. Good stuff. So 3 turns until we sort our food out. It's quite a long time actually. I should have kept an eye on that. Right, we have the militancy now, don't we? So I'm going to upgrade officer to get that military training even better. And that will allow us to continue to increase unit ranks of these units slowly but surely. Although it doesn't seem to be working. Unless it just takes a lot of experience to upgrade them. But you can see the experience bar there on the top of all of the statistics has not really gone up much. And considering how long that veteran has been in that army, I'm very surprised. Actually, that's in Schmidt's commandos. Never mind. I'm looking in the wrong army.
Ready for orders.
Okay, this one's fine. Okay, so they are starting to get some unit ranks, and you can see that it is assisting quite a lot here. That's good. That's good to see. Swapping out these mercenary camel archers actually would be a good idea at some point, because they do definitely cost us a lot more than we need to spend. I might get rid of these camel archers, and we will replace them maybe next turn. Like, both the Forgotten Warriors and Rostam's companions need to look at what they want to do with their infantry. Like, if I recruited Dalamite infantry, how much would they cost to upkeep? 132 per turn. Mercenary Hillmen are only 118. But the Dalamite infantry, I think, are just a lot better across the board. Persian light infantry, I'm pretty sure, are very similar to Hillmen in stats. But cost less, a lot less. Yeah, let's switch some of this stuff out. I think it's important that we do this. I'm just gonna disband as much stuff as I can that I don't want. Just gonna merge these guys as well, because the more we disband early, the more income we get next turn to fix it. Like, is it worth having mercenary Sabian javelin men over our own Persian skirmishers? Let's have a look at the difference. So Persian skirmishers have 34 missile damage, so do mercenary Sabian javelin men. The range is 80, the range is exactly the same, the shots per minute's only better because of their high rank. Like, literally we're paying 3 times the price for the mercenaries, so we're gonna get rid of those. I may as well get rid of these mercenaries as well, because we just don't need them at the moment. Mercenary Syrian armoured elephants we're going to keep because we can't recruit them anywhere else at the moment. But other than that, we're good. So we'll get a couple of Persian skirmishers just to fill the ranks. I might just get rid of these Eastern Scouts. And yeah, in the next few turns we will re-recruit into Rostam's companions. We probably need to do the same thing with the Forgotten Warriors here. We have Anatolian Slingers. They are fine. I'm pretty sure none of these are mercenaries, are they? No. What about with the Fury of Verahragna? I'm pretty sure we got some mercenaries in here, haven't we? The mercenary steppe cavalry. They're pretty strong though, as far as I'm aware. It might be worth just keeping those. Eastern Scouts are fine. The mercenary Sarmatian light cav and horse archers, probably not worth keeping. We'll swap them out. I'm also going to swap out these Sassanian Levy Spearmen. The tier 1 infantry is just absolutely garbage. Alright, so 8,000 a turn now, which is good. It might also help sort out our food shortage in the short term, because we won't be using so much food. We'll have Parmis head on down. Kartir can stay where he is, so can Artemis. We'll have him move just because he wants to. And Sogdian is staying where he is as well. We've done quite a lot of management. Let's check out diplomacy. Not sure if we've discovered any new people who we can trade with. Nope. We're going to be attacking Maine at some point. I probably could have been trading with them the whole time. And for 151 a turn, that probably wasn't a bad idea. But I was very convinced that I would be taking Arabia Magna sooner than later, because I believe it is one of our missions. If we go to our objectives, the conquest of Arabia is our first mission. You can maintain a total of 100 units in order to get an extra 1,000 reward. Not really worth it. I always found that these secondary objectives are never worth actually completing. Like, unless you do it just by accident, I guess. But that's it. Let's move on to the next turn, see what happens. We will take some, well, starvation, I guess, onto our troops. But I'm pretty sure I got that solved with the 2 farms that I'm building.
We are much alike, and so...
Let's get with like the non-aggression pact. We are not going to give them that. Okay, good stuff. Attrition reports across the board. Ardashir's Testament. An elderly scholar approaches you in your throne room. He presents to you the book Ardashir's Testament, containing advice on governance from the illustrious ruler, first of the Sassanian line. Politely, yet firmly, the scholar accuses you of failing to follow your ancestors' advice with sufficient care. Invite the scholar to join the royal council, engage in debate, silence him, or do nothing. I think honestly it'd be worth listening to him. We'll do that.
How can I serve you?
Hopefully that will help us out. Let's have a look at our units. Okay, the Forgotten Warriors, they wanted to build another Griv Panar cataphract, didn't they? Can I recruit outside the settlement? I can. Okay, so let's just sort of move down a bit towards Astalabad, and while we're on our way down, we will recruit another Griv Panar chariot, or cataphract, sorry. I'm also very tempted to get the next champion. So let's have a look. Minus construction costs for the local province, minus 5% siege unit recruitment costs for the local army, or the parent army, and plus 2% attack range for all siege weapons for the parent army. We don't actually have any siege weapons yet in armies, like catapults or ballistas, so that's not very useful. I don't think any of these are very good, which is really annoying. Same goes with the spies, that's why I didn't get one. Right, Schmidt's Commandos is probably one of the only armies that is good to go. So we're going to have him continue his march down towards Astalabad. Rostam's companions can march on a little bit. And I guess we'll just build into Rostam's companions for this turn. Or even the Fury of Velathragna, because then this army will be ready to go, won't it? Let's come into a normal stance. We'll move into Astalabad. And then I will recruit some more troops. So we need some Dalamite infantry. And that's all we can get in this turn. There will be 2 slots left. I'm thinking we get rid of these Eastern Scouts. And we will, in the next turn, get a couple units of Persian Spearmen and 2 more Dalamite Infantry, and that will sort of be my front line for this army. Then we'll have that with Schmidt's Commandos go down and start the attack onto Gyaha. They can then be followed up by the Forgotten Warriors, who will also be complete by then. And that will leave us just to recruit into Rostam's companions, which is in a pretty bad shape at the moment.
A noble cause requires noble men.
I think I'm just going to go for Persian light infantry in this one.
Are you ready to serve?
With a couple of Persian spearmen. Let's maybe remove those. I'm going to have this veteran, I think, join the Fury of Velathragna. Just because we'll get a lot more benefit from the military training in a large army than we will in a small army. And Rostam's companion is going to be small for quite a while. Right, that's all our military stuff done. We're going to get 8,000 in the next turn, so I don't really need to stop the building of other buildings. We'll go for, I think, another farm, honestly. It's minus public order per turn, but just worth having for sure. Right, at Judea. We probably don't need the bread and games edict here anymore. So let's have a look at income. At Parthia, we currently have the tax rate. Carmania, we have got the undeveloped land now. I'm going to upgrade that and make sure we get the courier post in here. This has increased tax rate. I guess we could just change Judea to increase tax rate. Let's do that. And what can I spend the rest of the cash on? That snail vats gives us a lot more wealth from commerce. Reduces food though. I think we're going to do it. And then next turn maybe I can upgrade the nomad camps to a farm in order to offset the food a little bit. Keeping on top of my food will be very important with me supporting such large armies. But unfortunately, guys, that has been my time. So you can see my armies all coming together here. We're grouping up for an attack onto Gerha, which is going to be pretty difficult by the looks of things. There is 2 huge armies here. They're building a 3rd. They have a navy. It's going to be ridiculous, but will be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.